Hello and welcome to the iNews special bulletin. First of all, warm Ramzan wishes from all of us here at the studio. And now, let's take a look at the headlines. The much-hyped Kaleshwaram project reaches a new milestone. Absolute lockdown in force in Srikalahasti. The City of Pearls is waiting with bated breath. What does COVID have in store for Ramzan? Human trials for COVID vaccine have begun. The world has its fingers crossed. Will COVID-19 put brakes on India's love affair with gold? Who will win the gold versus the virus fight? And now for the news in detail. The Kaleshwaram project has reached yet another milestone. Ministers KTR and Harish Rao have inaugurated the Ranganak Sagar Reservoir in the Siddipet district. The event was a simple affair following the norms of social distancing. With a capacity of 3 TMC, the reservoir will provide irrigation water to about 1.1 lakh acres in the Siddipet and the Sirisala districts. The Godavari waters from the Anantagiri reservoir are now being pumped into the Ranganak Sagar reservoir.
అవకాశం ఉంది. మరి రిజర్వాయర్లో ఒక 1.5 టీఎంసీ రాగానే ఇటు కుడి కాలువ అటు ఎడమ కాలువ ద్వారా నీళ్లు విడుదల చేసి ఈ వేసవి కాలంలోనే చెరువులు కుంటలన్నీ కూడా నింపుకోవడం జరుగుతుందని చెప్పి కూడా ఈ సందర్భంగా తెలియజేస్తూ మరి గౌరవ మంత్రివర్యులు కేటీఆర్ గారు కూడా నేను గతంలో వారిని ఎప్పుడు రిక్వెస్ట్ చేసేవాడిని, మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి ఈ రోజు కూడా వారు సిద్దిపేట వచ్చిన సందర్భంగా వారిని రిక్వెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నా. ఈ ప్రాంత ప్రజలకు ఇవాళ నీరు వచ్చింది, కొన్ని పరిశ్రమలు రావాలి, ఉపాధి రావాలనేటువంటి ఆకాంక్ష కూడా ఇక్కడ ప్రజల్లో ఉంది. మరి మంత్రి గారు సహకారంతో మాకు కొన్ని ఆగ్రో ఇండస్ట్రీస్ కానీ కొన్ని మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ ఇండస్ట్రీస్ ఈ ప్రాంతానికి వచ్చే విధంగా గౌరవ మంత్రి గారు తమ యొక్క సహకారాన్ని అందించాలని చెప్పి కూడా నేను ఈ సందర్భంగా మంత్రి గారిని కూడా కోరుకుంటూ, వీలైతే ఇప్పుడైతే అఫ్ కోర్స్ మనకు కరోనా వచ్చి కొంత ఇబ్బంది అయింది, సందర్భం కాకపోవచ్చు, కానీ ఒక ఐటీ హబ్ కూడా ఈ ప్రాంతంలో రావాలని కొంత ఆలోచన ఉంది. దానికి స్థలాన్ని కూడా మేము గుర్తించినాం. భవిష్యత్తులో కొంచెం పరిస్థితి మెరుగుపడ్డ తర్వాత ఒక ఐటీ హబ్ను కూడా ఈ ప్రాంతంలో తీసుకురావడానికి మీ వంతు సహకారం ఉండాలని గౌరవ మంత్రి గారిని కూడా కోరుకుంటూ,
ఆదర్శవంతమైన సాగునీటి మరి వినియోగం అనేది ఎక్కడ ఉంది అంటే తెలంగాణలోనే ఉంది అని చెప్పే పరిస్థితి కూడా ఈ రెండవ హరిత విప్లవం ద్వారా వస్తుందనే సంపూర్ణమైన విశ్వాసం నాకుంది. మనం కట్టే ప్రతి ప్రాజెక్టులో గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు చాలా స్ఫూర్తివంతంగా ఆలోచనతో అన్ని చెరువులను కూడా నింపే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు. తద్వారా ఈరోజు తెలంగాణలో కేవలం హరిత విప్లవమే కాదు, ఒక నీలి విప్లవం కూడా, ఒక బ్లూ రెవల్యూషన్ కూడా రాబోతూ ఉంది. తెలంగాణలో మత్స్య సంపద అపారంగా పెరిగి కేవలం తెలంగాణలోని మన ప్రజలకే కాదు భారతదేశం మొత్తానికి ఇంకా బయటి వారికి కూడా అందించే శక్తి సామర్థ్యాలు కూడా మన మత్స్య కార్మికులు, మన మత్స్య పరిశ్రమ సంతరించుకుంటుందనే బలమైన విశ్వాసం కూడా నాకు ఉందని చెప్పి కూడా ఈ సందర్భంగా నేను మీకు విజ్ఞప్తి చేస్తా ఉన్నా.
A hearing on a PIL on the eviction of the AP capital was held in the High Court today. The petitioner stated that the capital is being moved to Visakhapatnam. However, the Advocate General responded that any decision cannot be taken without the respective bills being passed. The High Court has directed the AG to file a sworn affidavit stating the same within 10 days. Corona troubles continue. The holy city of Srikalahasti is not just under lockdown but under absolute lockdown. Residents have been asked not to step out of their houses at all. The city, with a population of 80,000, has already seen close to 50 cases. All essential goods will now be delivered to the residents' doorsteps by the government-appointed volunteers. All services, including petrol bunks, have been ordered to shut down. Officials have warned that stringent measures under the Disaster Management Act will be taken against lockdown violators. And now it is time for a tragic twist in the love story that has so far transcended every boundary imaginable. The love story of two inseparable lovers, Hyderabad and Ramzan. The arrival of the holy month is greeted with open arms. The city takes on a wedding buzz, with every shop in every corner becoming a hive of activity, gathering, food, itr, greetings and warm Ramzan hugs. This time, however, it seems like the twain are destined to be star-crossed. For the very first time in history, it looks like the city is going to give Ramzan a skip. All the markets are closed in the wake of the lockdown. Areas like Patel Market, the Medina Market, Rikabganj, Charkaman and Patrgati are all deserted. Estimates say that the textile markets in Hyderabad generate over 3,000 crore each year during the month of Ramzan. But this year, none of this is going to be. The dreaded COVID has claimed yet another victim. The melancholy does not end there. The preparations, which start months in advance, have all gone in vain. Businesses stock up on their inventories and place orders to beat the festive rush. All the stocks are now lying idle with nowhere to sell and no one to buy. Once the festive season passes, the stock can neither be returned nor be kept. The consumers might just be missing the festive cuisine, but for traders, it is the daily bread that is at stake. Come this Sunday, all that glitters is gold. Akshaya Tritiya, the word conjures images of gold shops bustling with activity. The day which is considered to be auspicious for purchasing gold will be celebrated this Sunday. But the question on everyone's minds is, will it really be celebrated this year? No matter what happens, the sentiments associated with gold are strong in us Indians. The proof? The rising gold prices. For the third day in a row today, gold prices are on the rise. So, how are the retailers going to cash in on this sentiment? Like everything else, gold buying has also gone online. Since any direct sale from jewelry shops is not possible, online platforms are beginning to see traction. Top gold retailers are actively promoting online sales and are slugging it out online. This time around, however, they have more seasoned contenders to vie with. Many digital wallets like Paytm, Google Pay, and PhonePe have come up with online gold sales and gold certificates. It'll certainly be interesting to see how this plays out. So, why is Akshaya Tritiya so important? According to the World Gold Council statistics, 690 tons of gold has been sold in India last year. Estimates for this year were pegged to be between 700 and 800 tons. This was still before COVID-19 decided to gate crash all our parties. Despite that, the outlook does not look too grim. Adjusted estimates say that the demand could still be as high as 400 tons. We have our special correspondent Sahiti Amba online with us to talk a little more about the gold situation. Sahiti, I'd like to know what your take is on the gold situation right now.
The price of gold internationally as of today is $1,728, which translates to 47,500 Indian rupees. In a fortnight, it's expected to go up to 57,000 rupees. Looks like gold is the only safe haven for investors now.
Okay, so this Sunday is Akshaya Tritiya. Do you have any plans, and what do you think about the retail sale of gold?
Well, every woman, no matter who or from whichever walk of life, would want to buy gold, but there's no way of going to the store, so they would probably want to buy gold digitally. But there's no fun in buying gold until you touch it and wear it and see it. So I'm assuming that the sales are going to be limited.
Okay, so Sahiti, what about the demand? What sort of a drop are you looking at?
We could probably expect a 50% or so when we compare it to last year.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Sahiti. With 80 new cases in one day, AP has become the center of attention. The center has decided to put the IMC in charge of reviewing the lockdown arrangements in the state. This committee, which has already toured Maharashtra, West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, will now visit AP. The committee will assess the situation and decide if CRPF needs to be brought in. The government has already put in the CRPF on standby. The first human trial in Europe of a coronavirus vaccine has begun just a few hours ago in Oxford. 2 volunteers were injected. They are the first of more than 800 people recruited for the study. Half of the volunteers will receive the COVID-19 vaccine and half would receive a control vaccine which protects against meningitis but not coronavirus. The design of the trial means volunteers will not know which vaccine they are getting, though the doctors will. The vaccine was developed in under 3 months by a team at Oxford University. Sarah Gilbert, who is leading the research, said she was very optimistic about the chances of success. So, how was the vaccine made? The vaccine is made from a weakened version of a common cold virus called the adenovirus taken from chimpanzees, and it has been modified so that it cannot grow in humans. The team has already developed a vaccine against MERS, another type of coronavirus, using the same approach, and that had promising results. While the current trial is looking at volunteers who are relatively young, a larger trial of about 5,000 volunteers will start in the coming months and will have no age limit. The world is collectively holding its breath. And now, as always, onto the flip side. The COVID-19 has made us all participants in a worldwide Big Boss-like spectacle. While we are wringing our hands and tearing our hair, the participants in the Big Boss house must surely be experiencing some sort of a schadenfreude. To mark this, the team has come up with a song which is now trending on YouTube. With Roll Rider as the lead singer, the song was directed by Geeta Madhuri, Nandini Roy and Bhanushri. That's all from us for now. Have a safe Ramzan, celebrate it at home. Stay home, stay safe and stay tuned.